Good morning, mushrooms, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, brothers, sisters, mothers, misters, and all my cousins. It's time to plug in. And so let's just get this train a chugging. First up, we've got a nice word here. Most everybody knows disappear. To vanish means the same thing. And so the top health officials have vanished from television because, well, as opposed to the words of actual experts. Just get them off the TV, let's forget about those guys. They have vanished. Poof. Quite a few times we have had the verb and the noun surge. Waves surge into the shore during a hurricane. The crowd could suddenly surge forward. It means a big movement forward in mass. Here we've got the prefix re, and that usually means again. And so this is a new big movement forward if something is restarting. There's been a resurgence of interest in popularity of those women's trousers that come up to like their nipples basically. They were popular back in the 70s or something like that. A resurgence of interest, popularity of a virus, some sort of ideology. Gotta up the caffeine levels here. Sorry, my nose is seriously tickling and itching right now, and I thought I'd kind of scratch it down below instead of just going like that here on screen. It seems like the camera isn't focusing very well today. I look a bit fuzzy. I look a bit blurry. What can you do sometimes? They didn't count them. That means the numbers aren't part of it. Literally, count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. However, then, if you say that something doesn't count, it means it's not part of the total, and so therefore it can also mean that something isn't important. They feel like their opinion doesn't count, and other people don't value it, it's not important, it doesn't matter. Yeah, too, if you can count on me, you can depend on me, you can rely on me, and it just means, because if you can count it, then it matters, it's important, it's real, it's physical, and so instincts, we had that yesterday. Remember, it's that deep knowledge from the reptilian lizard brain that's passed down through genetic code from times. Whoa, there we go. The phone just fell. And so instead of continuing the show like this, if you give me one moment, I'm going to go and put the camera back where it should be. And you can see I am, in fact, wearing shorts. Hey! What wouldn't a Friday be without some serious technical difficulties and allergies and, well, otherwise. So he's betting that his 2016 instincts, his intuition, his gut feelings will get him through the pandemic. He's betting that they will get him through it. He's betting on his instincts to get him through, just like I'm betting on this horse to win the race and make me a lot of money. So often we bet on something or that something will blah, blah, blah. You know, we've got a problem here, right? And when you've got a problem or maybe an illness, eventually you can get over it, you can get around it, you can get past it, or then in tough times you can get through it, yeah? And so we have to get through these tough times. So many phrasal verbs with get. Get's probably our favorite verb. It's very useful. I love it when CNN actually, we're in deep shh. If you're in deep shh, that means you're in big trouble. Nobody wants to be standing in shh, yeah? Not even a little bit, but if you're in deep shh, then that's a big problem. Recount an unforgettable email. To recount, retell a story for another audience. When you're remembering something and then retelling it to other people. I could sit here and recount to you all the numbers of times I've embarrassed myself in public, and while that might be interesting for you, it might be painful for me. So I will not, because apparently he had an apocalyptic warning. Is his warning correct? Who knows? I hope not, because it's apocalyptic, and that means the end of the world. This is one of those occasions where being positive is actually a very negative thing. Tensions, if things are very tight, it's not relaxed. And so people are getting, when it's tight, people are getting angry. The tensions are rising. I have no idea what that was or how that happened. Maybe we're being hacked. Uh-oh. Taiwan chip maker. We're not talking about Ruffles or Pringles, right? We're talking about computer chips, microchips. Arizona factory could give the US an edge. To give somebody an edge on or over their competition. However, now they've got a factory in Arizona, and so that's giving us an edge. We won't be as dependent on supply chain from China. As always, competition is like an argument, and an argument is like a battle. And if you have a knife, the blade of the knife, the edge of the knife, if you have an edge on somebody else and they don't have a knife, obviously you have an advantage. You've had it before, and I don't know, but I think that's where it comes from. Mr. James, as always, inventing etymology. Drastic effects. They're serious, they're extreme, and they're far-reaching. It will have a drastic, this virus has had a drastic effect on the economy. Stock markets have crashed, more or less. Booming economies are spiraling downward into recession and hopefully not depression. Who's it going to be? We don't know. Unprecedented, never seen or experienced before. Casino's unprecedented situation. What is that situation? There's a good chance that they are just completely empty and Las Vegas is dark. If you're in lockdown and you're trying to isolate, it's really hard to evacuate, which is to move yourself or other people out of an area to avoid some sort of danger. Typhoons, hurricanes, fires, evacuate the building, evacuate the area, evacuate the aircraft. This one, again, crazy, crazy world. I just don't understand. 2 NFL players, that's American football. They are wanted, passive, by the police for allegedly, somebody officially claims that they were robbing, yes, and partygoer is actually a word. People who go to parties are partygoers. Ta-da! All right. Hollywood drama, but Sharon Osbourne weighs in on the body image debate. I don't care about them or it. All I care about is the language here. Remember, to weigh in on something is to forcibly, strongly state your opinion about something. Yeah, to weigh in on this issue, to weigh in on this debate. Whoa, Timon, I'm sorry, but I have to weigh in on this issue, and I'm not going back to the office. Ludicrous. Or as the rest of the world knows it, football star was robbed at home at knife point. And so yes, somebody was pointing the knife at him. He was robbed. By who? By a robber. I just think it's interesting, as always though, it always makes me laugh, because here you've got professional athletes robbing people, and here you have a professional athlete being robbed. You can't make this stuff up, world. A probe is an investigation, a probe into something, or it can be a physical thing, like the Voyager probe or the Huygens probe that are exploring the outer reaches of our solar system and beyond. It's not a physical chair, though that would be interesting. They do have legs, so maybe they can step down. Nailed it! My studio is also my workshop, and so I've got knives and box cutters and all sorts of tools around here. As you know, pieces of wood and other stuff. If you've got a nail and you're gonna hit it with a hammer, the correct way to do it, if you want to put the nail into the wood, is to hit the nail on the head. And if you hit the nail, that's even a phrase. Wow, you really hit the nail on the head there, meaning you did it correctly. And so if you nailed it, that means you did a very good job of hitting the nail on the head, so that way everything worked well. Ta-da! I don't know. What do you think about that explanation? I would say that I nailed it. How much water do we need to drink? I don't know. Just look at the color of your pee. Tough times out there. Really tough times. You keep hearing about the real estate market crashing and so on. However, demand for private island surges. Make all these weird little plays on words if you really understand. What surges? The tide. What surges? Waves, tsunamis, etc. And I think of waves coming and washing over the island. Maybe it's just me. Private islands now, so that way they can really social distance themselves. Private islands are in demand. The demand for something, to be in demand. Bring me another coffee. Demanding another coffee. Excellent. Well done. To set something up. You can set up a tent, yeah, to sleep in. To set up a company, yeah, two very different things. Tents, very physical. You got the poles and the fabric and the stakes and the different pieces. But with a company also, you set up a company because you have to file paperwork and you got to put people in the right positions and so on. And so it means to assemble. And to assemble means to put together. Yeah, and I hear it a lot. You don't set up an alarm, you just set an alarm. For those people either that want to have a laugh or they're just too embarrassed or afraid to eat by themselves, you can have a mannequin. A massacre, to massacre. Kill a whole bunch of people in a terrible, terrible way. A bone chilling. It sends a shiver down your spine, yeah? It gives you goosebumps and not the good kind. A chilling truth that yes, humans suck. Tilt, same as lean. In certain states where it's split 49-51, not sure if it's gonna lean Democrat or lean Republican, same word, same meaning here. To tilt. Often, as you're playing the game and you're trying to keep the ball alive instead of going down the hole, if you shake the machine too hard, it will switch off and this word will flash on the screen because you tilted the machine too much. So protesters gathering, coming together against the stay-at-home order. Because why? Because Michigan people be crazy, as we've seen again and again. Storming the Capitol with guns and things. Look at the word there, part, yeah? Not completely, only part. Ta-da, partially. All right, only a little bit, only a small piece of it, only aspects of it. And so look at that, there's our week and even more down there in the corner. That has been breaking down the news. Asylum here, the white room with padded walls. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been breaking down the news. Thanks for tuning in to English. Otherwise, remember, please do hit the like, subscribe, and all of that. It really helps with a new, fresh channel. Maybe what I do isn't your thing, but I bet you know somebody who would really enjoy it. So pass it along to a friend and do us all a favor. For Friday, the 15th of May, have a beautiful day and an even better weekend. Bye-bye.